For most, though, it's just a dream, unless, of course, you have a few $100s in your pocket and some spare time. As Tricia Duffield reports, life in the fast lane isn't just for heroes.
So, you want to be a racing car driver. Not a very healthy way to get your kicks, but then there's no accounting for taste. And if you're really serious about living your life at 5,500 revs per minute, there is a right and wrong way to do it. The right way is to learn to drive racing cars before you burn rubber down the track. And here in WA, we now boast a special school to turn out future Jack Brabhams, Alan Jones and Nelson Piquets.
We'll be going out in your road car there for 5 laps, and you'll drive around the circuit. And I'll just call the names of each corners to you so you have some identification. I won't say another word for 5 laps. You can drive.
Tony Horton is a former Formula Ford racing driver, and he's set up the Macon driving school at the Wanneroo Racetrack to teach eager young thrill seekers how to win pole position and survive.
I want you to drive your car like you would on a country road, fast and safe, using all the road because this is a racetrack. And then we'll pull in the pits and we'll change over drivers. And I will drive your car around the track and hope to demonstrate to you that you can go faster and smoother by using the car correctly.
Today he's taking his students through their paces. Peter Duffield, no relation by the way, is taking his first lesson, and the first step is getting the feel of the curling, cantering Wanneroo track. Now you may wonder why a young man with a Porsche would want to drive anything else. Well, Peter just loves cars and speed, and he reckons he could make a reasonable Formula Ford driver.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Peter. You know how to handle the car. A couple of basic faults. You're putting your hand on the gear lever and keeping it there after you changed. And your hands are creeping up to the top of the wheel. A good position is quarter to 3 and glue, which gives you a nice movement over. Okay? Other than that,
it's one thing to thrash your own car around the track, but the real test is handling one of these mean-looking monsters.
It isn't difficult to learn to drive, one really, because all the pedals and everything else are the same as your average road car. It's just that what the cars do is a lot more precise and it happens a lot quicker, and it hones your reaction time up and generally keeps you on the ball.
Eddie Rosera is a promising racing car driver and possible future champ. Like everyone else who's sat behind the wheel of a Formula Ford, he's in love with their speed and their danger.
Well, motor racing is dangerous. They're possibly a little bit more dangerous than a sedan, but the cars are very strong. They're tube chassis. All triangulated, and they are very strong indeed.
Have you had many accidents in them?
I had one earlier on this year where the steering unfortunately failed and I hit a fence doing 70 mile an hour, but I walked away from it.
Peter is now ready to venture out of the pits and onto the track alone. What sort of effect do you think this school is having or will have on motor racing in WA?
Well, the effect it's had so far in the 3.5 years we've been running is that we started off with 4 or 5 Formula Fords. We now have 15 in the state and 2 more on the way, and we have a regular supply of people wishing to come and drive racing cars, which is good. We hope next year to have a Sports 2000 car, which we will be doing the tryouts on, and that will make it even more interesting.
Jeff Brooks is halfway through his 8 lessons. A pro golfer, Jeff packed in the thrill of a birdie and an eagle for burning rubber and petrol fumes.
It's a different type of sport. It's more exciting, yes. It's obviously there's an inherent danger, I suppose, in motor racing. Not that I intend to get myself into trouble or anything like that, but it's just one of those sports that is simply exciting.
So this school could conceivably turn out an Alan Jones or a Jack Brabham or whatever?
Oh, I hope so. I think there's one out there somewhere.
That story from Tricia, who's now having more trouble than usual keeping to the speed limit in a little MGB. She's a real lead foot.